Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA with Kyle.
How's it going, guys?
Paul.
Hey.
Welcome to Shop Talk number 5.
5? Yep.
Number 5. And Paul's idea was, we're getting excited about a bunch of the stuff we have coming up that we're shooting. And Paul's like, dude, let's talk about what we have coming, what you guys are going to get to see over the next few months. One I'm really excited about, a bunch of this stuff came together over the weekend, but one is that 68 Shelby GT350. It belongs to my friend Robert. I'm talking about a great story, right? It's a 68 Shelby GT350. It's flared, which the GT350 wasn't. It was the stock body with all the Shelby stuff. Robert was telling me all about it. His car is for sure one of one, maybe one of two that existed, that Shelby took a GT350, a 68, and they flared it and did a few other things for a race team. And then top it off, he's had the car since he's 14 years old.
Wow.
He worked at his dad's body shop, which was his grandpa's body shop before, which is now, this year, they're celebrating 75 years of being in business, a paint and body shop.
That's SoCal.
Right in Glendale. They're my go-to. I use them for everything. So I'm stoked about that one. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
The other thing is, we've been talking about Superformance, not Super Performance.
Got it right.
Wanting to shoot their GT40 and specifically talking about that Future 40. So I found out yesterday that the EcoBoost Future 40 of theirs isn't quite there yet. Like, it doesn't make that much power.
Is that an EcoBoost from a Mustang or from the Ford GT?
It's from the truck, from the F-150.
Yeah.
I thought it was an EcoBoost from the Ford GT. Like
That's what I
600
thought.
Something horsepower.
That's what I thought it was.
They don't
too.
hand those motors out.
That's probably an impossible.
It's
motor
like
to get.
completely impossible.
I think Ken Block got that for his drift truck, though.
Yeah, he
Same
did.
motor for
He
that.
did.
Okay.
Because he's like buddy with Ford.
That's
you
Ken
know?
Block.
Yeah, like, come on.
Right.
We're dealing with.
Not that these guys don't get total
These guys
support.
are like Shelby certified. Like
Absolutely.
They are. And
But-
GT40, I found out, their GT40s, they're old ones. They're 65, 6, 7s. Do you know those are actually considered continuation cars? They're not considered replicas?
That's a huge deal.
yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I
Those are
thought they
gonna
were
go up in
replicas.
Value then probably.
Possibly, but just the idea that they're like to the nut and bolt, everything's exact as it was in the 60s. They're a unique company, because you can basically build your car if you want to. You can go, these brakes, this power plant, this trans. It's like they have what they work with, and you kind of piece it together how you want. Dude, seeing that Grand Sport Corvette with the LT4 with the Lingenfelter built one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
It looks like a beefy car in person too, huh? It looks like a real muscle car.
Yeah, man. I think they're making like over 700 horsepower with that thing. And the car, what does it weigh? It's a little Grand Sport glass car,
And you got those side pipes and LT4 with the manual still in that old school interior. Like, that's a bitch.
That's
car,
gonna
man.
be fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a cool one. People are going to dig that.
Another one that I think is really cool, and this is another one from yesterday. For any of you guys that don't know about it, every year on Father's Day, yesterday was the 26th year that they've been doing the Rodeo Concours on Rodeo Drive. A guy walked up to me. I love it. Our channel's getting a little visibility, right?
Yeah.
A guy walks up to me and goes, "Hey, you're Sean, Autotopia LA." Yes, I am. And he was standing in front of that 300 SL that Ken Diggett Design built. You guys probably saw it on the TV show.
Yeah.
It's the guy that owns that car.
All right.
I mean, go figure. The guy actually watches our channel.
Okay.
Good on you.
Right? That's cool. Thanks, Rich. If you're watching this one, dude, thank you. And so, of course, I said, well, cool. So when are we shooting your car?
Exactly.
It's got an LS motor. It's not a real, for any 300 SL freaks, it's not a real one. If you didn't see the TV show, it's fiberglass.
Yeah.
With if I remember correctly, Roadster Shop chassis. Like they hand built that entire car ground up. And so we're going to get to shoot that. Like he said, after they're done with the show circuit, we just have to go up to the tech land of California, Silicon Valley, go rip around the valley in a 300 SL.
Okay, all right.
Not a bad
With
way
an
to see
LS
sights.
motor in it.
Yeah.
That's gonna sound crazy.
This one, I know we've all been waiting for this one for a while. Steve Strope, Pure Vision Design, built a car last year that won one of the Ford Design Awards. I don't think it was the main design award, but nonetheless, it won a Ford award at SEMA. It's that Ranch Wagon. I think it's, if I remember correctly, I believe it's a 57 Ford Ranch Wagon.
Yeah.
That his concept was like the old, like the shooting brakes. That's what he affectionately calls the car, is the shooting brake.
That car,
Yeah.
what's so cool about that car is that it looks stock, but it's so far from stock. All the sheet metal bodywork that's going on that car.
It's so far.
This
from
car is
stock.
really cool. Like, we spent days going back to that car at SEMA, just
Yep.
like checking it out and like,
Yep.
you know, looking at all the lines with Steve, and it's just so cool, man.
Funny thing is, typical with Steve, it's not over the top like, oh my God, that must have cost so much money. It's so
But if you
subtle,
know,
actually.
Yeah, I
if you
can't
know
even
what
tell.
you're looking at, that's when you're blown away. But for just the everyday passerby that doesn't know what they're looking
It's
at,
like a
it's
clean
another,
station
like,
wagon.
really
Yeah.
clean car.
It's a
you know?
clean station
Cool
wagon with big wheels and
two-tone.
tire. you
It looks
know?
like a
Yeah.
custom station wagon that someone.
Oh
my
Because
God, yeah.
I personally can't tell.
Oh my
Really
God, that car's, that's going to be so fun. It's always fun to shoot with Steve,
Yeah,
especially
Steve's
when
Definitely.
He's a
he
rider.
starts
Yeah.
digging into the details, and it's like, okay, we're going to be here for an hour because there's so many details in his builds. While we're on to the custom stuff too, this one, we've all been watching this build, and now that it's out to the world, Rod Emory, who's certainly one of the most respected Porsche restorers in the world, and his custom, his Outlaw, the 356 Outlaws. But he just showed, you guys have got to have seen this car, the 356 RSR, turboed,
Right.
you
Custom
know,
block, like
total custom
Yeah.
block. I mean, that car is intense, man. And I've been begging Rod to let us shoot it. So he said when he comes back from the Germany trip he's on with his family right now,
Nice.
we get to shoot that car.
yeah.
That's gonna be cool. You can go to his shop and shoot it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And,
Yeah, the last couple I can think of, two really good ones, is Bob Hartwig, our friend from that company, Movie Machines. We've shot over at his place a couple of times.
People like those movies.
He owns the Charger from Fast 4, 5, and 6, which is, pretty close to identical to the main one from 1, the one with the big blower sticking out of the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bob's done like a real nice cleanup on that car. I mean, it's one of the cleanest picture cars you'll ever see, I mean, it's still picture car.
Yeah.
You'll see ripples. The blower's a fake blower. There's a switch you flip, and the electric fan spins it so it looks like it's blowing. But he's also making, I can't remember what he said, around 500 horsepower out of that thing, and it's
Oh,
Bob.
okay.
He's willing to do some donuts and
Right.
browns.
Oh,
and
always.
He
Yeah.
will definitely throw
throws
down.
down.
Yeah.
Plus, he'll give, he's such a great like history book on especially on the picture car world. So that'll be fun to do
Yeah,
with him.
he's awesome.
And the last one, and I know we got to wait now until after summer, because there's no way I'm going to Arizona. Sorry, you guys. If you live out there, I say sorry because I'm sorry for you that you live there in the summer. No, I know, it's a dry heat. It's not that bad. It's only 118.
Only, yeah, okay.
Fry the egg on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
But after summer, when it starts to chill out a little bit, Corrupt Mustang.
Yeah.
I've gotten to know Tony a bit this last year. That's
Yeah.
the one. It's a 68. It's a 68 notchback coupe
Yeah.
with the F430 motor in it.
Twin turbo.
Twin turbo.
Twin turbo, yep.
Yeah.
Which has been a ton of controversy this year.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's what we got coming up. And there's other ones on the list here that we didn't even talk about, which are also really great cars. So we got a bunch of good stuff coming up, you guys. Let us know. We're always curious to know, what do you guys want to see? I mean, some of you have commented that you wanted to see more working man's builds. So we do work those in, like that, that Buick Regal recently,
Yeah.
and other
Very
things
nice.
along those lines. So let us know some stuff you guys would like to see, especially if you think it's maybe based here in LA. It makes life a lot easier for all of us.
If they have anything,
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's an obvious. I guess I should make it more obvious. If you have something that you think we would like to, but we've shot stuff like that. Like that's how that Buick Turbo T that we did. Lawrence contacted me from the channel, and I know we've had. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I know we've had other people say, "Hey, would you want to shoot my car?"
And you know what? That Coyote truck.
Lucas brought that out because he saw our channel.
Yep. That Turbo T, the guy was like, I don't think it's going to hold its own on this channel because you guys are shooting these $1 million cars and they're crazy.
200,000.
And it's
then
a
it
huge
blows
video. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting out there this morning. A guy goes into my next door neighbor, comes out, and he looks over and he's like, Autotopia LA. I just saw your video, man. He said I own a 80. God, I want to say he said an 84 Buick Regal. And he said, I love that Turbo T you guys showed recently. That's how I found you guys.
Dude, we're growing, man. We're almost at 50,000 too.
It's cool.
Like we just got to 40, we're on our way to 45, and then 50, and then it doesn't stop growing.
So cool.
It's crazy.
Well, Shop Talk number 5 complete.
Nice one. Good one.
Thanks for hanging, you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Later.